Troll them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but...
Morning, loves. Hope you all had a good night. I'm sure you've been seeing the clips by the clown, literal and figurative clown, Corey Holcomb, if I'm saying his name right, talking about the kind of woman he was interviewed by the other clown, the other one who was 82 babies all in the streets. These men are celebrities and have $5 in their pocket, so they can say certain things, and I'm sure, you know,
do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just...
Troll them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some, hold up, goddamn, some outlet Jordans.
Yet again, proving the game 41 Shades of Men, the pursuit to subdue and use you correct. So how do women put themselves in situations to be as vulnerable as this? Laziness, lack of creativity, sexual addictions and sexual recklessness, seeking for validation. And so many women are opposed to being independent women because they're afraid that a man who wants to use them won't be able to use them.
morning, loves. Hope you all had a good night. I'm sure you've been seeing the clips by the clown, literal and figurative clown, Corey Holcomb, if I'm saying his name right, talking about the kind of woman he was interviewed by the other clown, the other one who was 82 babies all in the streets. These men are celebrities and have $5 in their pocket, so they can say certain things. And I'm sure, you know, whenever they, you know, I've heard men say, oh, it's just comedy. No, it's not. Comedy, the art of comedy, is lined with truth. True story. So when Corey goes on and says he prefers women who have low self-esteem and ain't got no money because they are the ones that stay, he means that shit. 10 toes down. This is the kind of men that our mother's generation and our grandmothers dealt with all the time. The men did whatever they wanted to do in these streets, having children, sleeping around, giving money when they felt like it, because they knew that the women couldn't go anywhere. So when you hear the clowns, and he looks like a clown, he, like, what part, if Corey was a regular dude on the street, like worked at Stop and Shop, you know, I don't even want to say certain things like that because I don't want to discredit and discount the beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, regular people like the rest of us Joes who are working. As I was going to say UPS and FedEx, but UPS, shout out FedEx and UPS. I love y'all. But imagine if he was a regular guy on the street and said some dumb shit like that, right? This mediocre at best, if you take a look at him for real, and then you hear what's saying outside of his head, what he's saying out loud, that he is so like low vibrational that of course he would get with and want to be with a woman who's broke, who has no money, who has no 401k, who has, you know, low for self-esteem herself. Of course he would want a woman like that. He's a complete clown. See, women, you've got to pay attention to these kind of men. He takes you out to a steak dinner and he does a few things for you, and he might buy you a shoe or 2 or 5. And then you get involved and he has a nice car and maybe his crib is okay. Sis, this guy only wants you because of what he can get from you and because he knows you won't leave. So he'll carry on All the fuckeries will be afoot because he knows you won't leave. Honey, pay attention. These men kind of tell on themselves very early. But again, you won't see it and you won't spot it if your shit ain't together as well. Get it together. Corey is take a look at that man. Like, really, sir? Love and light. Cheers.
But you have to be responsible for having me on your show, because having me on your show comes with...
I am 99.99% sure that Corey Holcomb feels as if he went on Cam Newton's podcast and gave Cam Newton's followers Cat Williams beginning of the year controversial top tier shit. I'm sure that's how he feels. I'm sure. But Cam, baby, come up here close, Cam. Come close. Don't play around with nobody else like that on your podcast. Don't bring nobody else like that on your podcast. Not like that right there. Because even though Dr. Cheyenne Bryant had a lot of different, opinions about males in the household, relationships, etc., what she did not do is spend X amount of time consistently saying negative things about women. That man went through his entire interview and could not say a single positive thing about a woman. Absolutely nothing. From the women that he deal with, to the type of women that he won't deal with, to VP Harris, to Eve in the Bible. When I say that man went from top to bottom, where he went from Alpha to Omega, literally, with his disgust for women, there's absolutely nothing. That's what I took from his interview. Because no matter what topic they were on, somehow or another, it went back. He's disgusting. And everything about him says that his creases smell like vinegar. The even sadder part, though, is that I know, if I know 10 men, I know at least 4 out of 10 who talk the same way, believe the same stuff, move the same way that he says and claims that he moves. If I know 10 men, I know 4 who are exactly like that in my everyday life. And he is 56 years old. I am 43. My friends keep trying to tell me that I'm 43 years old and I could go up to 60. You think I'm about with a man that possibly has that same type of mindset because he comes from that same generation that's fighting ED, gravity, just like me, aches and pains, and you can't talk to me like a worth a damn. And if I make as much as you or do as well as you, you can't do nothing but screw me. You can't be in a relationship with me because I don't need you. I wish he was telling jokes. The sad part about it is most of them ain't never telling jokes. Stay woke, ladies.
Women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you.
In this segment, Corey brings up a very good point that I think most people overlooked. Men think that their presence, the value of their presence, is equal to the value of a woman's presence. That's why they ask, oh, what does she bring to the table? When Corey just proved all a woman has to do is just show up. She don't have to bring anything to the table. Because look at him. Even though he's famous and he's quote unquote messing with women that's in poverty, he still had to bring something more to the table than fame. He had to show up to that table with more than just his presence. I don't even know why Cam had the audacity to try to judge him when Cam does the same thing Corey does, just on a higher level, and he didn't use the triggering words, control and poverty. He's out here really tricking, but he used the word control to save face. Other than that, they move the same way. These women are in their lives because they could take care of them. These women is in their lives because of what they could provide for them. And to double down, if you a man, you got to bring more than your presence to the table. And Corey proved that, dealing with girls in poverty. One more thing for the American man. Lucky you're not in Africa because they paying diaries over there. I hope I pronounced that right, where they have to pay a compensation for the bride.
In my unpopular opinion, this man told no lies. Because you know why? I know about 10 men in my real life right now who thinks the same exact way. Who think the exact same way, and it's always been the same. I mean, generations after generation after generation, men have always thought this way. It's just now they're telling you it in your face, because to them it's a game, and it's really a game. Once you learn the game, you learn to be a player in the game. You know what I mean? Because we're all players in the game, but if you don't know the game, you're kind of left out. But this is something that's been happening for years. Men have been saying this for years. They're not lying to you. This is just how they are. And I know so many people in real life who think exactly the way this men think. And at the end of the day, men have always seen relationship or you as transactional. Maybe you might know someone. Maybe you have a boyfriend or a husband who is better and he's not like that. Great, amazing. But majority of them are. Majority of them are. And that's just what it is. And a lot of time they will try to make you feel a certain way because you've reached a certain age, you know. Oh, you've hit the wall. No, in words of Shira 7, you've hit the wall. Your wallet hit the wall and change fell out, right? Because a lot of time he's saying that, you know, he has money, so therefore he can treat the woman like that as if like she has no other option, like she cannot get out. Which a lot of time that's the case. If you're in a relationship and the male is the one with the money and he's not giving you money, he's basically financially abusing you, because that's what it is in a relationship. If you're not being supported financially, you might get money to cook, but you don't have enough money to save for yourself for a rainy day. So that's the reason that why you should always have your own and still use his. But my thing is, it's been happening for eons. And a lot of men nowadays who also believe in this still till this day, because every time, you know, they try to get with you, they'll pursue you and try to get with you. But then they run to the hills and start crying because you expect to be with someone who can actually take you out on a date and pay for the meal. So a lot of them, they have the same thing in their head, but the wallet's not matching. The wallet is not matching, right? And women are the one who are more educated nowadays, you know, a lot more than when our great grandmas, you know, their times and everything. We're more educated now, so we have the money. We have the money to take care of ourselves, but we want you to do the part that you should do as a man, because you do have fragile ego, especially when you are not able to care for the girl that you're with, right? So we know that you guys leave with your money. We already know this. This is part of the game. At least I know the game, and the women in my family know the games. I learn from them majority of the time, or people that I learned from online, like Shira 7. But the things that she's teaching, I've been. Anyways, not everything, but majority of them. But my thing is, they're counting on you not to know the game. They're counting on you not to know the game and settle for a little bullshit like that. Like, oh, well, I can afford to buy your kids some Jordans at the mall. Fake, probably. Jordan at the mall. So therefore, you're going to do whatever I want. You're going to stick around because you cannot afford to leave. All men think that way. Well, let me not say all, because there's always that one person who's going to be like, my man's not like that. He's not right now. But anyways, majority of men, okay, don't come for me, guys. Majority of men are this way, and it has never changed. Men pass it down to their kids, but what they fail to realize is that if you're going to want a woman, you should be able to take care of her just as well. You know what I mean? Because a lot of men, they get money, they get a good job, get money to impress their friends, to impress their boys. They don't get a job or money to impress you, really, but they get it to impress their boys. And then they know that, oh, well, if I get this girl, she looks good, I will be able to impress my boys with this girl. Us as women really get dressed up to impress other girls, not really men, you know, although they're visual creatures. But we get dressed up to impress other girls because we know, it's a whole science to it. It's a whole science to it. But this is how men think, and they've always thought that way. And once you understand the game, because I know it's a game, it's just like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just kind of the nature of the beast, the nature of the game. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. That's my opinion on this. I don't think this man is wrong for what he's saying, because he believed this. If he believed this and it's been taught to him, and you know, his father maybe had 100 women all over the place, but his mom could not afford to leave the house because she didn't have enough to leave, so she stuck around. And meanwhile, this man has a bunch of kids in the same neighborhood as them, only for her to find out after he died, maybe at the funeral, that those kids who live down the street from him are also his kids. You know, that's how he used to be. So therefore he learned that from his father or from other guys, because it's just, it's almost like an unspoken rule that they all just learn. Because I can tell you that I know so many people in real life who think this exact same way, and they don't know each other. That's like, you know, there's like people who are connected all over the world, but they never even met. So it's like a thing in them. Anyways, that's my take on it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.